Okay, good morning, everyone. Good morning, Jasalynn and Taya. Thank you so much for being here with us this morning. This morning with Strategy Up, we are still celebrating the Black History Month, and today we want to celebrate with Jasalynn and Taya their success about the business, and actually Taya's success about the business. Today we're going to talk about Taya's ties, and Taya is a very uh, dynamic young girl. She started her business when she was 11 years old. And now, 2 years later, she's going to tell us about her success. So, good morning, Justin. Good morning, Taya. Thank you for being here today with us.
Good morning.
Ver- Very good. So, Taya, I want to start with you. It's a mom and daughter relationship. You started your business when you were 11 years old, so you are still at school and you decided to go into a great venture, and your mom is your biggest supporter. So tell us a little bit about your journey, your story, how you made it here today, and then I will ask Jaslyn to tell me her side of the story about the success.
Um, it started when my mom posted a picture on Instagram and people started asking for me to buy stuff and not me for her, not for me to buy stuff, for her to buy stuff. And people just kept asking and asking and asking. And so I always started wanting to start a business. So I was like, you know what, we're gonna start a business. And Jahtaya just kept growing from there. So here we are.
Very good. So technically, it was basically because of COVID, you were at home, you were bored, and you just had this idea. So Justin, tell me a little bit how this idea matured. Um, how did you decide to take it from, yeah, I was doing something, someone liked it, to let's try to make it a business?
Yeah, I don't know. It kind of just happened.
Yeah.
Like she said that people were asking like, "Oh, what store did you get that from?" And I was like, "She made it." And she's like, "She made it? Well, can she make me one?" And then it was like, "Can she make me one?" And I was like, "Okay." This is getting out of hand. So, and she just ended up producing, yeah, more and more of it. And her father and I were like, well, like, let's give this a shot. Like she said, she did always want to start a business. She had ideas here and there, but this one kind of made sense. I At first I was like, is there actually a technique to tie dye? And then, we tried to do one ourselves and we were looking at ours and I was like, oh, okay, ours don't look like Taya's. So maybe she's on to something. So yeah,
Okay.
we went from there. And
Uh-huh.
then she launched at a pop-up. What was the pop-up called?
Um, Taking
Taking
Black
Black
Odyssey.
Audition. Yeah, Taking Black Audition. And she had a lot of support. So from that pop-up, it was like, okay, like she can make a thing of this. It wasn't just like 1, 2 sales. It was everybody kind of supported her in a great way.
Wow, that's great. And Taya, tell me a little bit. Um, First, what were your emotions when you knew that someone wanted to purchase your work? How did you feel? You were at that time 11 years old, probably not really thinking about business. So, what were your emotions at this time?
I was just in shock. I actually remember my first order. I was just like, it was crazy. I just couldn't believe that I was starting a business.
Okay, okay, and Jocelyn, uh, anyone, I know how family works and how people are going to say, no, don't distract her from her studies. So how did you handle this synergy within the family, within the group of friends and the circle of friends? What were the discussions at that time?
Yeah, a lot of people had their concerns, but I feel like her father and I like did a really good job at making them feel comfortable about the idea. Like we didn't put too much pressure on Taya for the business. Like, school comes first and foremost. So you have a large order, that's awesome. However, you know, make sure your schoolwork's done. And if we need to pitch in to help in any capacity, we're there to do so. And at one point it was getting a bit crazy because, you know, tie-dye is not just like a couple hour process. Like it takes a few days. Once after it's done, you know, you have to wash it out, it has to dry. So it was kind of taking up quite a few days of the week. So we kind of had a schedule like, okay, this day, every Sunday, we're going to tie dye, so that it didn't take from her school week. And, you know, every day, every Wednesday, we'll do this. So yeah, we kind of just got into a groove of things that it didn't affect her so much.
Oh, very good. So you were able to put a schedule, and then it's mainly a weekend activity rather than to be a weekday activity, right?
Yeah, I mean, some stuff still happens during the week, but like it's not all day every day. Like it's not Taya goes to school and then spends all her evenings doing a business.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's just too much for a little girl. So I think at first people were really, you know, concerned about it, but they seen that we handled it well. Like she still gets to do kid things. She still gets to go hang out with her friends. It's not like, oh, you got a business to run. You can't be with your friends, you know?
Yeah, yeah, of course. This is great. You know, you shouldn't miss this period, right? By just, I
Right.
would say, growing up too fast, too early, right? And definitely there is a big balance. And I think, Jaslyn, your role as a mom over here is really amazing. Is really a pillar for Taya's success, but also Taya's spending time as a, I would say, a young lady, a young girl yet before really growing up so fast. And this is really great to see this kind of support. So, Taya, I just want to go back to you. And for the past 2 years, I think 2 consecutive years, you were nominated and you became a finalist for the Small Business of the Year, right? And with the Halifax Chamber of Commerce. So tell me a little bit about this. How did you reach to this kind of nomination and becoming a finalist? And between us, I am sure you have lots of friends who are slightly jealous, right? Tell me a little bit about that.
How did you make the full? Like, who asked?
Honestly, we have no idea who nominated her. So thank you to whoever you are. You have
Oh,
no
wow, well done.
idea. Yeah, it was a surprise to
Yeah.
us.
Wow, I didn't know that. Very good. So you see the word is spreading and someone is appreciating your work, and there you go, you are nominated and reach to the final stage. And I think by itself it's a great achievement, right?
It's
Yeah.
amazing. Yeah.
Thank you.
Very good. So, Taya, let me just ask you this question now. Now that you are into the business, um, do you see that what you want to keep it at the same level? You want to grow it a little bit more? Um, what are your feelings? How are you feeling about this business?
I definitely want to grow it more. Jahtaya, yeah, I definitely feel like Jahtaya is going to get a little bigger. And I'm excited for it too.
Sorry,
Well,
Taya, can you speak up a little bit? We are having difficulties hearing you.
oh, I just said, I'm hoping and I want Jahtaya to get much bigger. And I'm excited for it too.
In what way?
And because I want it to get bigger.
Hmm.
I wanted to be able to help people more with my business. I wanted to just like be more helpful to the community.
Okay, now let me jump on this because I also know that you have part of your proceedings and your profit is going to supporting the community. To tell me a little bit about that. What are you doing in order to support the community? Where did you start? How it evolved?
How it started was when I was younger. I always wanted to help people. So me and my mom went out and gave granola water to people who needed it, and it felt great to be able to help. So when Pay a Tithe happened, I wanted to help people more. So I took some of the proceeds of my business to make a food pantry. I said, give what you can, take what you need. but that's down right now. So we've been giving to fighting food insecurity
by
by
donating.
donating. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. And Justin, can you tell us a little bit more about this experience of, donating to food banks, and before you started with your food pantry. So tell me a little bit about this experience, how the community is perceiving it, and are there any future plans to grow more, or you want to just stay where you are?
Yeah, so honestly, it was all her idea. And I think she realized when we were out giving the granola bars in the water, how many people were in need. Like, we ran out at a certain point and she was like, oh, we should go to the dollar store and we should get more. And I think she just realized how many people were in need. So um the food pantry, I thought, was an amazing idea. Unfortunately, it was vandalized and on multiple occasions, so it was kind of just hard to keep up with um, keeping it running. I do think that it's an amazing idea. Maybe it's just about having it in the right spot, or honestly, I haven't figured it out yet. Like, we're still kind of thinking about it. Um, but I do know in any way, shape, or form, like Taya, that's how she wants to give back, is to help fight food insecurity and to donate to local food banks. And I do think keeping it local is important to Taya. So yeah, I don't know if that
Yeah.
answers the question, but
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Thank you so much, Jaslyn and Taya, for your involvement in the community and for supporting as much as you can at the scale that you can do. And this is really amazing. Like each one of us, when we do a small part, and this is how we're going to build a stronger community and be there for each other. So thank you so much for doing this for us. Um, uh, and I am really sorry to hear that the food pantry was vandalized many times. And I understand how this kind of things happen. And let's hope that you will find out the best solution so that you can have something more sustainable. And this is really great for anyone whom you are helping. So I love it when I hear that actually what you're doing, it's not about, people would think, oh, it's about greed, it's about the money. And then when we see that you are giving back, it's really amazing that actually you're doing it because you love to do it. This is something that you like to do. So now let's go back a little bit and talk about some challenges around the business. So Taya, for you, when you started running a business and then it's not anymore a hobby of yours that you're doing your own shirts, what kind of challenges you started facing, knowing that we were during COVID, we were in a lockdown, some point probably material and raw material were scarce. How were you able to handle all this? I just want to hear from you some challenges that you faced when you just started the business.
Some challenges were definitely school, but we figured that out. Cause yeah, schoolwork takes up a lot of time. Same with business, but we had to figure that out. Um, I think school was the biggest one. Materials, I think we had like some moments, but I think we figured that out too. Yeah, I think those are like
yeah, I would definitely have to agree. Like, school, I feel, was the biggest challenge we had. Especially not so much at the beginning, because almost when she was in school during COVID, it was online. So it worked well. And then, as she gets older, the work gets harder. So I feel like this year was probably the most difficult because school was just harder. It required more time. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
can feel this is one of the biggest challenge, right? Is that to handle your school time, your business time, your work time, the relationship with, I would say, clients, right? So you are a business owner there, right? So you have clients, and we know that handling clients need clients relationship management, and so Jaslyn, are you helping on the client relationship management, or it's all her stuff and you just help in the background?
Both. It really just depends on the timing. So if she needs me, I'm there. If she doesn't need me, I'm still there. So I think it's, yeah, there's a lot of background stuff that is being done, but for the most part, like the creative side is all Taya. Yeah, we're just here to support her in any capacity, really.
That's really amazing. Taya, you are the star over here. So just before continuing the discussion, I just want to remind anyone who is with us on Zoom, live on Zoom or live on Facebook, if you have any questions you want to ask Taya or Jaslyn, please put it in the chat on Facebook or in the Q&A section on Zoom, and then we'll be more than happy to answer your questions. And thank you so much for being here with us as well, for this amazing session with Taya and Jaslyn, celebrating the Black History Month and celebrating their success as Black business owners in our community. So now, Taya, I just want to go back about this client relationship and doing things mainly for corporates, for businesses. Um, uh, how much you would allow your client to impose on your creativity? Like, can I say, I want these colors, I don't want that color, I want this design, not that design? Or you would say, hey, listen, Mark, like, you want these colors, but actually they don't work nicely together, or you want this design, but it's either tough to do or it will be messy, so let me just do it for you. So how do you handle this?
We definitely get people that ask, like, can I get this and this? And we make custom orders. So if you want to come, we'll make it for you. But sometimes we get people who can I get black and white, but there's no gray. Like that's really difficult because we use a gray. So we have to tell them like this won't work out. But if they ask for something, we're not gonna. We'll try our best. If that's just some really cool design, then we can try learning. But we're not gonna like no. It's an ugly color combo. I don't like it. You're not getting it.
You like what you like?
Exactly. You like what you like.
Well, this is good. At least like you are now becoming also the advisor to your client, right? Knowing that what works, what doesn't work, what it works on which kind of I would say apparels. And now let's talk a little bit about that. So what do? You do shirts, t-shirts, sweaters. Tell us a little bit about the type of products that you have.
We have basically everything. Shirts, sweaters, hats, socks, scrunchies, and my grandmother hand sewed the scrunchies and the dog bandanas we have. So we have some family members helping out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. At first, Taya took a class with Fumi from Mishnat Fashion. So she learned how to sew her own scrunchies, and we were doing that, but it was too much to keep up with. So we outsourced to my mom. So she does all the sewing for us, and she just does a tie-dye.
There you go.
So
So now we have the granddaughter, the mother, and the grandmother
yeah.
working in the business. There you go.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. And you know what is good is like you are all women in business. So it's like, you know, that it's like winning the jackpot. Like you are young, a woman in business, established a very successful business. You have clients. You've reached to the final stage on many occasions for business, small business of the year. Uh, Tell me a little bit, like, do you feel proud?
I feel very proud.
Yeah.
Like very.
Yeah, you know, that's really amazing. So if I am a potential client, is there like a minimum quantity that I need to order, or like I can order 5 shirts, 2 shirts, or I have like to start at 50, 20, 100?
Yeah.
Yeah, like anything.
It all, yeah, exactly. I think you can order anything, but she does have like the prices change with how many.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yes, of
yeah,
course.
if you want
This
5, you
is
want
normal.
10, that's cool. But obviously the more, the cheaper.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So everyone who is listening to us, order more so that you can get a better price.
Get it better. Yeah, exactly. Like we weren't even thinking about that too. That was also another thing. Like we didn't think that we would be getting like, you know, 50, 100, 500, like, you know, shirts at a time to do. So like that was an adjustment too, like learning how to price things and everything.
So you got one order of 500 shirts to do in like for one client? Oh my God, like you are reaching factory level of production.
Right? And sometimes I wonder.
So the next step is to really probably have a factory, or no, you still want to keep it like a home-based artisanal weekend thing with some few weekdays or weeknights to set up the business?
We'll see. I don't know. What do you think?
Wow, this is really great. So Justin, going back to you, I want to talk about this relationship, the mom-daughter relationship. Um, that's great, and it's obvious that you are the greatest supporter for your daughter and about her business, which is really important for you, Taya, because otherwise probably you wouldn't be where you are right now. But Justin, tell me a little bit, uh, did you have any moments where you said, "Hey, Taya, probably we need to stop all this. It's either taking lots of our time, or we are tired, or it's not really what we need to do," or it was like all the time, "No, that's it. Let's do it as long as we can, and then let's see what the future is going to hold for us."
Um, I definitely had thoughts about that, but I would never say that out loud to Taya. So
As I
like,
was seeing her shaking her head like this never happened, but I am sure you had it in your, at least in your head.
right, exactly. I would never say that to Taya, obviously, you know, like this is what she wants. I'm gonna, you know, put all my energy into helping it to whatever capacity she wants it at. But obviously, you know, being a mom, working full time, then having her business on the side, like it's a lot sometimes. And I'm just like, oh, I don't know if I can do this, but you know, we find a way. Here we are. We're still going, almost 3 years strong. So
Well done. And now the same question for you, Taya. I know that you are very excited about it, but I am sure, like anything in life, there are the ups and downs and the disappointments or being tired. Tell me a little bit about these frustrating moments. How did you handle them? What kind of thoughts pass through your head to just reach where you are today?
I hmm,
I don't know.
like
Has there been a moment where you're just like, I don't want to do this no more? Like, is it taking up too much of your time? Like what?
um sometimes. And it's really busy and I just want a break and I can't take a break. I don't know if I can do at the moment, but then I have customers and they're really happy with their order. So I'm like, you know what? No, I'm gonna keep doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. I see that in her sometimes and on the weekend where she's like, I just want to be a, you know, a lazy teenager. She's like, tie dye. Like, okay.
Fine, I'll do it.
Okay, very good. It's like, you know, sometimes when I am on, watching YouTube or whatever, I see some people doing some tie-dyes or like on TikTok or so. How are you promoting a little bit what you're doing? Are you on TikTok? Are you on Facebook? Are you on Instagram? Where can we find your business? How can we see a little bit what's happening around your business?
We're on Instagram mostly. We also on Facebook, and we're on TikTok a little bit, not that much, but
Not as much as we should be,
yeah,
Taya.
we should be on TikTok.
uh, she's always on TikTok, but when it comes to TikTok for the business, I don't know, it's a different level.
Oh yeah, yeah. So you are on TikTok watching other TikToks, but not doing
That's
TikTok.
exactly,
Oh my
yes.
God. Okay.
Yes. You see?
Okay. But I think this is going to be a great channel for you if you really do it well on TikTok, right? So any plans to be serious about it, or like still, I don't know, it's too much work.
Yeah, Mark.
Sorry, I'm hitting on the wrong note probably.
The question's for you. You plan on doing some more work on TikTok, or?
I want to. I just, yeah. I I want to, but I just don't really know how to go about doing a business TikTok. Like Instagram posts are one thing, but like making a video with me in front of it, it's like, yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
get that.
I hear you. I
Yeah.
hear you. TikTok, just from a strategic approach, is very different. It needs a good strategy to build up into having lots of viewers and then to promote the business. So definitely, it's not just a one-time thing to stand in front of a camera. But I think there are definitely lots of opportunities. Don't miss them. It is the right moment to be there. uh, Catch TikTok while it's still on its growth wave and growth path. You don't want to catch it when probably it's not anymore that popular, because at some point it will reach this level. So just make sure that you are catching it at the right time. And your posts and all this, you do them yourself, or you get support from your mom or from others in the community, or someone as a you outsource the social media management?
My mom helps a lot with social media, like a lot. That's her thing. She loves making Instagram posts.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, we are trying to branch out, and we want to use like local photographers, and yeah, we're on the look right now. But for the most part, like, I do enjoy helping her with her social media. But it can be a lot. So at one point, at a certain point, I'm pretty sure that we'll have to outsource it, just because, life is busy, but I do help in anyway.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I totally understand. At some point, it might become too much,
Yeah.
right? And but this is great. Every time, just to tell you, Taya, one thing. The minute I heard about you and I knew about your business, I was really fascinated by you as a personality. I watched your interviews that you did on TV with other news reporters. Um, and I was like looking at this energy, like you have this positive energy, you are all the time smiling, you have this kind of confidence in yourself. How did it come to you? How come in 11 years old at that time, today you are 13, was able to gain this confidence in yourself and this assertiveness and positive attitude? Tell me a little bit, because not too many, I would say, sorry to say it, but not too many kids at this age are where you are in your mindset. And this is really amazing. Tell me a little bit how this came to you.
I definitely got my confidence from some family members. Some of them are a lot confident, and I feel like they kind of push you to be more confident. Because at first I was definitely a little bit shy, but I feel like it kind of grew on me, and after being pushed for a little bit, it just kind of happened.
Yeah, yeah. I think she gets better each and every time. Like, at her pop-ups, when she does have, nervous moments, like, um, it's a lot of coaching. It's like, maybe this time you can do this better. You see how you did that? Well, maybe if you stand this way, maybe if you look them in the eyes, maybe, just little things here and there, that are just making her better. Yeah.
That's great. So this means she's a good listener, or Jasalynn, you really need to to go after her so that she listens to you.
Ah. Yeah, it depends on the day. No, but for the most part, yeah, no, she's a great kid. She's a good listener. Yeah, no, I definitely see a huge growth, I'd say, yeah, in her.
Yeah, I see it. And Justin, you know that we spoke a lot before we met on many different occasions, me and you, and I was all the time uh, being a little bit the evangelist, right, for her business and about how it can grow. I can definitely see that sky is the limit, but I also understand that being at school, studying, and getting the right education is even more important than business. So just how to juggle between these two is really, I would say, the secret sauce for success. Um,
Yep.
and so Justin, sorry, Taya, were you like before having all this and getting the attention? Were you more like camera shy and you didn't want to be in public? You don't want to talk about your business? Um, so tell me about this experience. Like, how did you transition from someone probably at 11 years old who was never in front of a camera, and not talking to anyone about herself? I mean, anyone as public speaking, and then all of a sudden you had uh, news agencies going after you. You have your community who wants to talk to you. You have people like me who just want to put you in front of camera and talk about your business. How did you transition from during this period?
I think I definitely still push, but I feel like I got more comfortable. And when I was younger, I actually kind of liked the camera, and so when I actually kind of got cameras in front of me, I was just like, "Whoa!" I didn't know it would actually happen. But I think since I liked being in front of the camera a little bit, I was just like, "Okay, I can get the confidence to do it." And then I got the confidence.
Yeah, yeah, I think it just, and I think,
Yeah,
it was often, so she's nervous, but she pulls through every time. Like, yeah, she's definitely nervous every time before, stuff like this or going to the news station but yeah, I don't know. She's a natural. Like once she's in there, like her personality kind of just takes over, and it's a lot easier. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I think we are all nervous in front of a camera. I do this kind of webinars very, very frequently, and I am the one who's organizing everything. And sometimes I just like sit for a minute before we start, like even before starting this webinar, I just thinking about, okay, what to say, how to do it, how to think, how to behave, where to look, right? And this can become overwhelming, especially at the beginning. So, but you're doing so well. I think now you became a pro. That's it. You are a pro in front of the camera and a pro businesswoman. So just I want to know, and I want to tell anyone who's watching us or later watching again the recording of this session, if they need to reach out to you, they need to understand better how they can get your products, how they can reach out to you.
Instagram.
Yeah.
You can make orders. Yeah.
You need to tell them your handle.
Oh,
at
Taya.
Yeah.
Taya.
Yeah, Taya.ties.
And pop-ups.
Yeah.
We're at a lot of markets. So if you check our Instagram, you'll see where we're at the markets.
Yep. It's also on Facebook too. Yeah. And
Okay.
Yeah. Instagram, Facebook. Our website's down right now, but that will be up and running soon. So the link will be on Instagram and Facebook. So
Wow, perfect. So you have a good online presence. You have a good, what I would call even offline presence. You are in different pop-ups. And so do you have any pop-up happening anytime soon?
I have to look at the calendar.
Next month, right?
Yeah, not till next month. I know there's one coming next month, but I'm not even quite sure what day or,
Yeah,
well, yeah, It'll be on
Okay.
Instagram.
So the best thing is that we have to follow you on Instagram and on Facebook so that we know where you will be and how to reach out to you, right? Very good, very good. So Justin, this is a question to you. Um, being in a way, I don't, can I call you Taya's manager?
Yeah, mom manager.
We have the same brain.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, okay, being the manager or the mom manager or the person who's just overlooking for the well-being of your daughter and making sure that she's going on the right track and it's about business. Um, and everybody is talking about a recession in 2023. The economic outlook is like, you know, a hit and miss. How do you see the future of the business? Are you worried? Are there anything that you are really looking after, particularly just to make sure that the business continues to be sustainable?
Honestly, that's a interesting question because I feel like, I don't know, I look at the business not as mine, but as Taya's. So I of kind of let it go how it's going, grow how it's going. Like, of course, yeah, I'm, worried about the financial piece and all that, but I don't really know how to answer this question like appropriately. We do save a lot of her business money. And obviously, like, I'm doing everything that I can to help it grow. Like, I'm taking courses, like I took courses with you for marketing, and I took, I'm taking a web design course. Like, I'm taking courses to be able to help the business in situations that may arise. How I'm gonna go about doing it, I don't know. Hopefully, hopefully I learn along the way. Like, I'm not a business owner myself. Like, everything I learn is literally like through helping Taya run her business. So
Yeah, very good. I think what you're doing is even more than what could be required from you, or more than what someone would expect from you. You're really, how to say, being so involved in your daughter's business, because you're saying that I look at this business as Taya's business, not mine. And then there you are still going to learn so that you can, in a way, give her whatever you learn and put it into her business. So Taya, just let me tell you one thing. I think you are the luckiest daughter ever to have a mother like your mom. Oh yeah, this is the love I want to see. There you go. Really, so Justin, you are really doing a great job. Unbelievable. Thea, I think you are really an amazing young girl, um, who know what you want, and this is really amazing. So now we are almost reaching towards the end of the webinar. So before we just dive into the end, I just want to hear from you, Thea, a little bit. Is there, like, I know that you're doing tie-dyes on mainly the apparels, but is there, like, can you give us a scoop or something? Is there something that you might have in mind new that you want to add to the business? Or for now, it's like, let's make this solid, and let's make sure that all what we have is good, and then later we'll think about adding something to the business.
Definitely like some more products for like definitely more summer products. Because people ask for things constantly, so I want to maybe add stuff that our customer asks for. So like, oh, she's like listening to our request, so she's actually listening to us. So I feel like that could definitely help it grow. I think Tide is going pretty good right now. I think, yeah, more products and be able to help the community more that way. So I think those are my plans.
Her plans.
Very good. It sounds like you have a plan. Exactly, right? So there you go. And Justin, what would be your advice for Thea that you can give so that she can balance all the time between work, but still her personal life, her education, her life as now teenager, right? So what is like this one advice that you would tell her about it?
Nice. Honestly, she's doing a great job. I feel like just keep being you, keep doing you, keep learning and growing, and school's important, so educate.
There you go. I think this is a great advice. Gain education.
Education, it will,
Yeah.
yeah, it will work in all areas of your life. So
And actually, you're giving her a great example because you are still learning about how to run a business. So you took a marketing program, you are now into a website design program. Probably tomorrow you're going to find something else.
yeah,
So
whatever can help.
yeah, exactly. So now, Taya, my question to you, what kind of advice you will tell your mom so that you can keep on running the business?
Some advice. Stay calm.
Oh,
Yeah.
just good advice.
Yeah.
Mistake. Okay. Okay. Now I can feel the underlying tension that might happen from time to time, right? Which is normal. Which is normal. Very good, very good. So, any last words or things you want to share with us about the business before we thank you for today? I think it was really a great opportunity to be able to talk to you, Taya. It was great to. It's the first time that we speak together, and I would really love at some point, hopefully, to meet with you in real life, not just behind the screen, and. Jasalynn as well. We never met in person. It was all the
Yes,
time
that's true.
behind the screen. So, Taya, I just want to ask you any last words about your business, about what you want to tell anyone who's watching us now or later about your business.
Mm, I think I would say if you want to start a business, definitely do it. There's nothing that should be holding you back.
Yeah.
Very good. Nice advice. Thank you. Yeah. Jasalynn?
Any last words? No, just keep an eye out on what's next to come for Taya Ties. Yeah.
Very good. So I have a couple of last words. First of all, I want to tell anyone who is watching us or listening to us, I want them to know that if they need any corporate gifts, or they need anything for their business, or even if someone has a birthday party, or someone has anything that they want to gift and they want to support local, to support the community, to support Black-owned businesses, please reach out to Taya, reach out to Jasalynn. And if you don't know how to reach out to them, reach out to me and I will make sure that I will connect you with them. They are really doing great. I really admire what you're doing, both of you. I cannot stop saying it. So thank you so much for being here with us today, for being with Strategy Up on this webinar to celebrate the Black History Month. Um, I was so happy to host you today. Thea, thank you so much for your time. Jasalynn as well. And I am sure that our discussion is not going to stop here. We will meet again and we will talk more about your business and see how I can personally support you as well. I am one of your biggest cheerleaders, Taya. Just don't forget about it. I just need to get the pom-poms, but that's it.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you so much for being with us and have a great day.
You as well.
Thank you. Bye.
I know.